Hello, what is up you guys? Benji here from TeachFrog, and today we're going to be looking at an awesome ESL company called Vipkid. In this video, I'm just going to be going through the requirements, so what you need in order to actually get hired with them, and also what everyone is interested in, the pay. But before we continue, guys, don't forget to leave a massive thumbs up if you like this video, and if you love this video, make sure to subscribe down below. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's start off with the requirements, because there's no point in watching the rest of this video if you don't know what you need to actually get hired with them. Now, as far as ESL companies go, they have such low requirements compared to how much they actually pay you. It's actually phenomenal. I've never seen anything like it. Most of the ESL companies that I've worked for or that I've talked about in previous videos, they ask for at least having a TEFL for the amount that they're paying you, but they don't ask for a TEFL or a TESL, sorry, I believe. For their staff. But let me just run down what they do ask for, and then we can talk about it. So the first thing that they look for is for you to be eligible to work in the US or Canada. So sorry if you're from the UK, and sorry if you're from Australia or New Zealand, that kind of immediately eliminates you. I think it's because obviously they want people with a standard English accent or a standard American accent, so kind of a neutral speaking voice, which is fair enough. That's just, it is what it is. The second thing they ask for is a bachelor's degree, and that's probably the biggest thing that they do actually ask for. So you need to have that bachelor's degree. It doesn't need to be in anything specific, like it can be in honestly anything. That goes for most ESL companies as well. They don't actually ask for like an educational degree. They just ask that you have that piece of paper that says, yes, I have a brain in my head. You know, that's it, basically. And also they do ask that you've had 2+ years in working with children. So maybe you've worked in like a kindergarten, or you know, like a preschool or something like that, or maybe you've been like a camp counselor, something like that. They just ask for a minimum of 2 years, or maybe you've even worked as an ESL teacher before. So yeah, I think that kind of is the trade-off for not having to have a TESL certificate. I think they don't require that now because obviously you've had experience working with children, so they don't really need that, which is actually amazing. So basically, yeah, they're the minimum base requirements. Obviously, having said that, you will get a higher base pay if you have more skills, if you have more experience, if you have more qualifications. But that's just the minimum that they're requiring you to have. So to be from USA or Canada, to have a bachelor's degree, to have 2+ years working with children. Now, just a side note, given their new 2020 policy, they're not accepting applicants from the state of California. I have no idea why. It just says that on their website. So yeah, sorry guys. if you're from California, you can't apply for some reason. Yeah, sorry. I don't make the rules. Okay, so now the moment everyone's been waiting for, the pay. Now, the pay is it's fairly average for ESL companies, but for their requirements, for what you actually need to get hired with them, it's pretty good. So let me just break it down for you, because it's not it's not as simple as saying, oh, it's $25 an hour. It's not as simple as saying that. There's a lot to it. So the base pay is between $7 per class to $9 per class. So that equates to around $14 per hour to $18 per hour. That's your base pay. That's the minimum you can expect. Okay, so no matter what happens, so for example, if you're teaching a lesson, if you're due to teach a lesson and the student doesn't show up, you will still get that base pay. So that's the minimum that they will pay you, okay? But of course, that's not the end of there. I can't talk today. There are other incentives, so there are bonuses that you can receive, okay? So let me go through with you the bonus scheme. So this is actually a really, really good one. If you are on time and you have no cancellations, you're not late for any lessons, they will give you an extra $1, right, per lesson taught in that entire month. So you can imagine that is a big fat bonus, okay? That is a huge bonus. So you're looking at, if you're teaching, let's say 300 lessons that month, something like that. That's just a ballpark figure. That's $300 per month that you're just getting. That's just like money they're throwing at you. It's amazing. So yeah, that's a really good bonus scheme. So the pay kind of goes up, I guess. So like your base pay goes up if you're on time, if you're not late, if you don't miss any lessons. It goes up from between $8 per hour to $10 per hour, which is amazing. But of course, they have some more bonuses. If you finish between 30 classes and 45 classes in a month, so if you do more than that, your pay will increase by between 50 cents and $1 per class taught. So that's a potential of another like however many lessons you've taught that month. So for example, again, if you've taught 300 lessons that month, that's a potential of between $150 to $300 extra per month. Now these bonuses are incredible. They're really, really good. I can't really fault that. That's, you'll have, if you put in the work, you'll have money falling out of your ears. Like, it's so good. It's like free money. But yeah, it's amazing. I really like that bonus scheme system because I think a lot of other ESL companies they have bonus schemes, but it's kind of like they're a lot harder to get and they're not like that regular. It's not as simple as saying, oh, if you just turn up to all your lessons that month, you'll get an extra $1 per lesson. It's not as simple as that. So yeah, it's amazing. I love it. But there are some cons, okay? Obviously, in any kind of job, in any kind of work placement, there will be cons, okay? So if you don't show up to a lesson, they will deduct $10 from your incentive, okay? So that can rack up, all right? So if you, for example, I've known teachers that have, if they've been really sick that morning or they've woken up and they've had like chest pains or whatever, like they can't teach because they can't give 24 hours notice. They have to have like an emergency cancellation, meaning you can lose maybe $50 that day by not showing up. It's not only do you lose the pay from not teaching those lessons, they charge you on top of that. Okay, and obviously you can understand why they do that because obviously you can't. They need to have reliable teachers, otherwise it's bad for business for them. But it's bad news for you because you can't control how you're gonna feel when you wake up in the morning. But yeah, so it's their deduction policy is quite large. Yeah, so just do keep that in mind. But their cancellation policy, if you cancel over, with more than 24 hours notice, they only charge you $2 off from your incentive. Okay, so it's considerably less money that you're losing, but it's still money that you're losing. It is what it is. I think they're trying to make it as fair as possible to save their own backs and for your sake as well. So yeah, that's just kind of their deductions policy. But I think, to be honest with you, their bonus scheme, their bonus system is so good. If you're putting in the work, if you're putting in the time, you're putting in the effort, you will reap the rewards from that. So there is positives as well as negatives. But anyway, I'm rambling now, so I'm gonna end this video. Guys, I hope you got a lot out of this video. Please let me know in the comments if you've had similar experiences with ESL companies. So if you're working, maybe you're working for, or you have worked for an ESL company that has amazing bonuses or has amazing incentives, then please let me know, because I'd always kind of like to find out these companies so I can share them with you guys. And yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to this video. Obviously, again, if you like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. And if you loved it, please subscribe below for more videos like this. Anyway, I've been Benji from TeachFrog. Ciao for now.